Imagine a machine so massive, so relentlessly hungry for power, that simply turning it on requires the total energy output of an entire nuclear nation. Microsoft and OpenAI are no longer just writing software. They are constructing a $500 billion physical behemoth in the middle of the American desert. They call it Stargate. It is the most expensive engineering project in corporate history. A supercomputer designed to house millions of specialized AI chips, processing data at a scale that borders on science fiction. Think about that for a second. $500 billion and the catastrophic risk of national blackouts. Also, a chatbot can write your emails 5 seconds faster? But beyond the slick PR presentations and utopian promises, there is a brutal, undeniable reality of physics. You see, algorithms don't run on magic. They run on electricity. And the blueprints for Stargate reveal a fatal flaw that Silicon Valley is desperately trying to hide. This project isn't just a financial gamble. It is a mathematical time bomb, guaranteed to completely break the US power grid.
To understand how we got here, you have to look at the terrifying speed of the AI arms race. Current data centers are already melting under the pressure of today's AI models.
Every prompt you type triggers a cascade of calculations across thousands of power-hungry GPUs.
But the tech giants aren't satisfied with simple chatbots. They want artificial general intelligence, a digital mind capable of outthinking humanity.
And training an AGI isn't a software challenge. It's a physical, brute force operation.
Enter Sam Altman and Satya Nadella. Their solution to the processing bottleneck isn't better math. It's throwing $500 billion of hardware at the problem. Stargate is designed to chain together over 5 million advanced NVIDIA chips. That's not just a server farm. That is a military-grade computing machine that consumes more energy than hundreds of thousands of homes combined. Most power engineers quietly warned them that the current grid couldn't handle a localized load of this magnitude. Silicon Valley's response? Build it anyway, and let the taxpayers figure out the power supply later.
But why leak a $500 billion figure to the press before even securing the land?
Simple. It keeps Wall Street hooked on the AI dream, pumping stock prices higher, while the actual grid permits sit dead in bureaucratic hell. It is the ultimate display of corporate hubris, assuming the laws of physics will simply bend to a massive bank account.
To power Stargate, Microsoft needs 5 gigawatts of electricity. That is the equivalent of taking the entire energy grid of New York City and squeezing it into a single industrial park. But securing the power is only half the battle. The real nightmare is what happens when you actually turn it on. 5 million AI chips running at maximum capacity don't just process data, they generate heat. Enough thermal energy to literally melt the steel racks holding them. To keep this silicon monster from bursting into flames, they need a cooling system of unprecedented scale. And this is where the arrogant ambition of Silicon Valley meets the unforgiving reality of nature.
You see, a 5 gigawatt data center doesn't just eat electricity, it drinks millions of gallons of fresh water a day.
In the middle of a desert, you aren't just stealing power from the citizens, you are draining their drinking water to train a chatbot.
Stargate is not a robust fortress. It is a hyper-fragile ecosystem.
Imagine a brutal summer heat wave. The cooling towers are already pushed to their absolute limits, guzzling water like a dying oasis. Then, a microscopic 2mm sensor on a high-voltage transformer fails.
Just one tiny malfunction, but in a highly localized system pulling 5 gigawatts. That single spark triggers a catastrophic mathematical domino effect.
Automated safety protocols panic and instantly shut down the sector. The massive, sudden drop in power demand forcefully rebounds into the local grid. Substations overload, transmission lines fry, and in a matter of seconds, an entire US state goes completely dark.
So, who is actually paying the $500 billion bill for this technological monument? If you think Microsoft and OpenAI are reaching entirely into their own pockets, you don't understand how modern economics works. The tech giants aren't just building a supercomputer. They are executing the largest stealth wealth transfer of the 21st century. Here is the dark motive they buried deep in the PR spin. Stargate cannot exist without a massive, nationwide overhaul of the public energy grid. They are forcing local governments to subsidize new power plants and transmission lines under the guise of innovation and national security.
But when the local utilities spend billions to upgrade the grid for this single mega facility, they don't bill Sam Altman.
They raise the utility rates on every single average citizen. Your monthly electricity bill is going up to quietly fund a private money printer for a tech monopoly. They keep the patents, the extreme profits, and the supreme artificial intelligence. You get higher taxes, depleted water reserves, and the constant threat of rolling blackouts.
And the scariest part? No one actually knows if AGI is even profitable.
If the AI bubble pops, Microsoft walks away with a massive tax write-off, but the taxpayers are left paying off a $500 billion abandoned radioactive monument in the desert for the next 50 years.
It is corporate welfare, masterfully disguised as human progress.
We build these monumental titans to prove we can conquer nature. But Stargate is not just concrete, steel, and silicon. It is a monument to our ultimate ambition and our terrifying arrogance. The engineers promise us a godlike intelligence that will solve all of humanity's problems. The economists warn it is a financial suicide mission that will socialize the costs and privatize the profits. Imagine the ultimate irony: a $500 billion supercomputer, perfectly assembled, infinitely intelligent, fully capable of answering the secrets of the universe, sitting completely useless in the dark because someone forgot to check if there was enough electricity to plug it in.
It's like buying a Ferrari, only to realize you live on a deserted island with no gas stations.
But I want to know what you think. Are we building the engine of our salvation, or just a $500 billion tombstone in the American desert?
Let me know down below, because in the end, the math doesn't lie. Only people do.